So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He can get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
Mike Tyson's got to deal with a cut sheet. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Mike Tyson. Nice block by Tyson. You know, you go out there, a fighter like this, you were just knocked down in the last round. Now you got to go out there, you got to prove to your opponent, hey, I'm fine. You got to prove to the whole arena, hey, look at me, I'm fine. You also have to prove a lot to yourself, though, don't you?
Yeah, but you have to remember, that's a good question, but you have to remember this fighter has been there before. So just remember, I have dealt with it before. And then you have to be David Copperfield. A little bit of a magician, a little smoke and mirrors, and con your opponent. Let him think you're all right. Let him think you even want to fight when really you just want to buy a little time.
Mike Tyson blocking that punch. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. He's just not concentrating on the body as a target here, Teddy.
No, and you know, you wouldn't mind if he didn't have to. In other words, it all depends on the scenario. This scenario says that he should be going to the body, and he should recognize that. And that's part of the talent of a fighter, recognition, that you have to recognize where the opportunities are.
Putting him in position against the ropes. Yeah, Teddy, what was it about Marvin Hagler that so many people were attracted to? What was it about just this iron-ripped, chiseled warrior that everybody felt there's a connection for me there?
I think it was all those things you just alluded to in the shaved head. You know, because he really represented everything that you kind of pictured if you closed your eyes and you thought of a prototypical fighter that you'd like to watch, that you'd like to see, you know, a real symbol of what fighting's about. And on top of that, he not only went after you, he not only looked like the product, he was the product. He could box, he could do everything.
Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Tyson. Oh, what a shot. He got hit, but he came right back with the hook. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time. Able to beat the count, but Teddy gotta find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down, he was on the canvas.
Now look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, you know, reach out to grab this guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough.
Oh! He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Devastating blow by Hagler. Hagler's a seasoned pro, and old pros tend to fall into the same patterns. Nothing has changed with him stylistically since he's been knocked down in this fight.
Well, that falls right into that pattern or that cliche where old dogs can't be taught new tricks. Well, right now, he's going to have to come up with a trick or two, maybe, to survive this moment.
Blocks that punch. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is.
You need to keep the head moving.
Holy cow! Mike Tyson's been stunned. Nice strike after catching one by marvelous Marvin Hagler.
No holding. Come on, punch it out.
Nice block by Tyson. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Firing off the uppercuts. Great exchange. Well-targeted counterpunch by Hagler.
Hagler's going about this in a completely different way. He was knocked down, and now he's abandoned everything that he trained up to this point to do. He just threw the game plan away, Teddy.
Yeah, now there's good and bad to that. The good is maybe he had to make a change because he didn't feel what he was doing was working, obviously, or that it could work throughout the duration of the fight. But the bad to it is also that he's doing something he's unfamiliar with now, and his opponent knows that.
Perfect example of what you get when warriors decide to act like warriors. These two, oh! Mike Tyson's been stunned. He is staggered and stumbling. That's just like a little love shuffle. Oh, that's gotta hurt. A huge shot rains down, and he's on the floor.
And he has a decision to make, a choice to make right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So now a little bit of an uphill battle for Marvin Hagler. He goes down, but does rise up and is able to beat the count.
You know what's going to hurt him and what he's working against right now, believe it or not. I know it'll make him survive in the end, but his competitive nature right now is to get even. And right now he's got to fight against that. He just has to survive. He's got to forget about winning this round.
Punch it out, no holding.
Oh, Tyson's hurt there. Tyson is hurt, Teddy, and he's going to hold on.
Punch
He's
it
going
out.
to hold on. He's going to try to survive. But the most important thing is he's got to clear those cobwebs. I don't just mean physically. I mean mentally, where when it's over with, he's ready to fight again.
Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
One to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Now there's some blood, but it's underneath the eye. It's on the cheek, so it's not going to impair his vision. A piercing uppercut by Hagler. Mike Tyson's cheek is